Welcome to my presentation, Communicating Electronically, that covers the first part of Chapter 5. And that's what we're going to learn how to do today. Now, communication, the internet has actually changed the way that we communicate. The old snail mail has been replaced by faster and cheaper email, landline telephones by voice over IP, and increasingly face-to-face communication is being replaced by video conferences. This is causing growing concerns of how to protect information. Since 2005, more than 75 data breaches have been reported, compromising over 1 million documents. This can be a liability to a company. And ironically, Target was the target of a data breach which affected more than 40 million of its customers, and they ended up having to settle with banks for $39 million. Data security risks are breaches in confidentiality, failing to offer choice in which information we share, reputation damage. Now, before we send an email, we need to consider the following: to send or not to send. Determine the purpose of the message. Is an email appropriate? Is it something that we need to do face to face? Determine whether the information is personal or confidential. Don't want to be using business emails in order to send your personal information out. Describe whether positive human relations are sacrificed. If this is something that information can be taken hard, if it's a difficult situation, somebody's getting fired or you want to reprimand somebody, yeah, you don't want to do that over the internet. That's impersonal. That's not appropriate. Some of the advantages of the email are it's fast and convenient, increases efficiency, reduces costs and paper waste. Now, if we do choose to send an email, there are some things that we need to look at. If we can send multiple or single addresses there in the address line. We need to provide a useful subject with some kind of information about what we're sending and a date. We need to restate the subject in the body. Here, the letter says, the email says, the project due date is approaching quickly. We must choose our project sections by Friday, as per Professor Park request. Okay, so the subject line says choosing project sections by Friday. And here in the body of the email, it's restated. We must choose our project section by Friday. Moving on to 4, we need to make careful use of jargon so that as per Professor Park's request part, that as per needs to go out of there because it's outdated and nobody talks like that. It just needs to go. Don't do that. Number 5, we could use graphic highlights such as these bullet points here. I propose that we break our sections down into one of the following ways: bullet point, bullet point. So that just creates emphasis. They need to choose this or that. Number 6, we need to focus on a single topic, and we need to direct it toward the receiver's needs. And 7, we need to sequence our ideas. So this is a straightforward message. Here's the main idea. We need to choose our project sections by Friday. Here are the details. You can choose one of these too. Okay, this is a straightforward message. If it's something that is going to be difficult to take, something that's not going to be appreciated, some bad news or something of that nature, then we can do an inductive reasoning where we give the details and then the main idea. That's more appropriate. Some of the effective use of email is to check mail promptly. You should do that within 24 hours. Reply to messages within 24 hours. Do not contribute to email overload. Don't use fancy fonts. Don't send messages out to 20 people when it's really only appropriate to send it to 10 of those 20. Use your email selectively, and don't send messages when you're angry. Yeah, not a good idea. Another thing we need to do is beware of hoaxes and viruses. You're not getting that $20 million from your long lost uncle, okay? Don't open up that email. Be careful, be smart. And then develop an effective system for handling email. You can highlight important emails. You can use other features such as the folders to create categories, departments, everybody in that department, or whatnot. So there's a lot of things that you can do. Just make sure that you organize your emails because you have to produce those if something comes up in court. You're liable for that. And that's all that's the end of my presentation. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch it, and I hope it helped you somehow. You have a wonderful day.